Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours. Yo. Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours. Yo. Cash and the ticket is yours.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Console Gaming League. I am Joker's Ransom, he is Chef Billy, and we're back for the Season 12 playoffs. We've got an EU PC Open tier matchup between B2TG Bulls and Oblivion Tier 6.
Yeah, I mean, basically Team Poland here in B2TG got a chance to go do a lot of their team trials when they were trying to decide who was going to represent Poland in the World Cup qualifiers. But you know what? Oblivion T6 is their opponent, is who they chose. One notable name that I don't see there on the roster is KP for B2TG. I'm not sure what's going on there, but we do have ICAV on the bench for them. So a lot of the standbys in the Polish Overwatch scene here today. Some OT Pog players that I remember from many a moon ago, back when I was just getting started in the PC scene. Good to see them still playing and representing their country. And well, you know what? On the other side, Oblivion. Oblivion T6. You know, if Jacko is who I think they are, there's somebody that has played on PS5 in the EU scene. And if that is them, they have made the transition over. Well, then kudos to them. This should actually be a pretty decent matchup.
Well, it looks like actually they are playing on console here, Billy. That's what at least says on the website here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they are. So I think this is a team that I know pretty well, and I think it probably is Jakku that we know from years past. And then that lines up with people like Jaywiz as well. So I'm interested to see how this goes. This is the matchup of console versus PC. As we are starting out here on an interesting choice, Billy. We've got Ilios as our map pick.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We're actually already in the game. They're definitely ready to get into the game. We're start out on Lighthouse here, and we're going to take a look at Oblivion T6. Here is the red side. I'm going to call them Team Poland here from the blue side. And I mean, we're going to be running ball competition here from Mika. Mika is a damn good Wrecking Ball player.
Yeah, they get that roll through onto Oblivion, taking them super low currently, but well, the healing's there from Jakku and Jaywiz. Now the rotation from Geralt onto point, forcing this point presence, and now making this fight having to go under whiteness. There was already Bulls, the Bulls already took the point percentage early on, so we got in a little bit late there, it must seem, but hey, Oblivion T6 are going to be able to take this point now.
Yeah, I mean, I like the patience here from B2TG. You know, they'll give them the point that they confirm the kill on a Jaywiz, so a big majority of your healing is gone, and now it's all about closing down the gap and taking Lemon out of their neck.
Well, Villian and co are back on the point this far up with that damage boost from Flippers. It's going to be so much work. Mika takes on Geralt quickly. B2TG take the point back as they do lose Big Jake in the meanwhile.
I mean, but you got res available,
yeah.
Really, and you got Barrage online. The big problem is that Lemon basically has a free Barrage. I say that as Genji Boy takes down Billy in the sky. So, I mean, there's some trades happening back and forth here. It's all about when they start deciding to use their ultimates in the most efficacious manner.
I definitely agree. Texel able to get away. Now the Kitsune Rush coming in from the Bulls to get back to the point. Big Jake with attack visor. Well, going to be worked on one. But in the meanwhile, Oblivion are already taking this point back. They're going to allow them to get that percentage. So even though they win this fight, they're not Bulls are not getting all this capture percentage that they might have.
I mean, they get up to self-destruct, that's just that. I mean, Fake Jake and leading up here on this Soldier 76, they do get the flip. I mean, that was, you know, a really good turn of events here for Oblivion, and I say that they got the self-destruct. I thought I heard the audio cue in my head, but I see it up and confirmed in the screen there. We're now going to go with the Sombra here, and that's definitely going to make Mika's life a lot more difficult, especially with the hack virus coming on top of them.
Definitely now with the minefields coming out, forcing back Oblivion as the barrage now comes through from Oblivion, taking down Jaywiz, but that's all they're going to really get. A lot of damage does come onto Oblivion T6 though. It's going to be very difficult to touch, and I don't think anyone's going to be able to get there as B2TG take round number 1.
I mean, still, there's quite a bit of damage that came in. I like the spread out kind of chaotic nature that B2TG is bringing to this map. And I mean, Oblivion did get a flip there, and I mean, I think it was a coordinating decision to let it go, and then make the recontest from B2TG. So for Oblivion right now, target selection. I mean, they're trying to get to that back line, but when you're going up against a pharmacy combo, you've got to avoid the Pharaoh. You've got to be going after Flipper there, and Flipper is a very good Mercy specialist. So we'll continue to see the pharmacy combo coming in here. Fake Jake actually going to show us the Tracer here. So you're going to be looking for a lot of that back line nuisance factor that you love to see from a Tracer, and also trying to confirm kills down.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited if they can get into the back line, disrupt Jacko and Jaywiz there with a very potent back line that Oblivion Tier 6 is looking to run, hopefully to help deal with Villian in the sky, but they've already dealt with the healing pylon, but no, Big Jake can't get into the back as it is traded back, and so it is even all around, but Villian in the sky taking Jakku down. That should be the fight all done and dusted for the Bulls, as there's no healing on the side of Oblivion.
I mean, directly just brutal coming in. They know that they got him in the corner there. That'll be the point being taken over here as soon as they deal with Lemon. Lemon without DM has to beat a hasty retreat. Now, you do keep a lot of pressure here. I mean, you're going to force a lot of rotations here from B2TG because you do stay in your mech. And this is where I'm looking for it. Can we get the better of the mobility battle between Lemon and themselves?
Fake goes down yet again early on. It doesn't seem to matter just quite yet, as the rest of the Bulls are able to capitalize and take out the key targets of Oblivion T6.
I mean, as far as the loss, I think that's the most expendable one for them. And well, that's great from Jay. Decided to Texel needs to go bye-bye.
Yeah, as Mika goes down super low as well. Texel, like you said, going down, that healing not really there anymore. It's just Flipper, and they're kind of tied to the Pharah in the sky right now. So it's kind of hard to get that healing up. And Oblivion's going to take that with that pick, just take that capture of the point now. As they look to keep things going, they've got this Deadeye available from Geralt, as well as a pulse bomb from the cute Genji boys. These two fights are going to come underway with the Kitsune rush out from Texel back on point now. Can they keep things going? Deadeye comes out from Geralt, takes Villian out from the sky. Can this keep going in the way of Oblivion? It seems to be the case, but Geralt goes down. Mika might be able to clutch things out, especially since that res on the Villian did come in that meantime.
What a shot.
J-Wiz goes down, and this is going to just be B2TG taking that fight back.
If they don't have the point yet, and self-destruct is going to be forced out here to get the remech in. Maybe a split second off from the remech coming in, but they know they're back in the fight. This is going to be multi-10 going up with it.
Flipper goes down. Geralt's back from spawn. Big Jake trying to get him out of the fight, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Well, the Bulls do get the point flip, but they did give up the capture percentage. But now there's still an opportunity for Oblivion to come in. Jakku's down, though. This is not what you wanted. You need your Baptiste in the fight. And now, without that healing presence, Bulls can keep things going in their favor as they force back Oblivion.
I mean, we've got the mind kill under the mech of Lemon, so I mean, that's absolutely dirty. I mean, just stayed around long enough. They're going to go ahead and capture. And now I want to see him push forward. This is where they need to get extremely aggressive. And Jakku is being very, very aggressive here on the Baptiste. They expended their window in the last fight, so it's really expensive for them for not a lot of game.
Yeah, they've got to figure it out now, Billy. It's looking almost impossible to come back. They've got this pulse bomb available from Genji Boy, though. Can they find a stick onto someone? Big Jake tosses their pulse bomb out to no avail, however. Is get super low now with the captive sun out from J-Wiz. Can that be the deciding factor? They're looking for it in the sky. Did they get it onto anyone? No, did. It looks like Billion got hit with that captive sun, but no explosion damage just yet. And they're still trying to keep them out. Taking them out is J-Wiz eventually. They invested so much to taking down that Pharah. They left their ground forces defenseless as Oblivion is just crumbling all around them. B2TG are on the brink, and there it is. They take the point and the map in a 2-0 fashion.
Okay, so self-destruct came out there at the very last second, actually blowing up somebody, but I mean, nobody was around. Jakku was on the high ground, facing off against Mika. Didn't even get a touch in, so a little bit of focus, I think, needs to be what's required here, coming from these from this Oblivion T6 team, and that's why they swapped off of the Reinhardt. Lemon getting absolutely dumpstered there by the airborne Fillion, and well, we'll see how this is going to move through. You know, we're here in EU, and the EU always plays differently than what we see standard here in North America. So, you know, we see a Wrecking Ball, we see a Diva, we see the Iyari still being preferred, and I think that there are merits to everything in that case. So we'll see how this is actually going to move forward. Are B2TG going to be able to really stamp their authority on this match, or do Oblivion have a little bit something up their sleeve that'll be able to deal with the Wrecking Ball composition?
Well, yeah, that is definitely the question here, Billy. We've got our next map, well, yeah, we don't have that picked just yet, but our next map is going to be hybrid.
Mhm.
Are we going to see the box standard for EU? Are we going to be seeing Kings Row, or are we going to be seeing something more unconventional, like we were seeing with that Ilios pick from the Bulls here? But I mean, it is Oblivion's pick, so I would think, especially since they wanted to run that Reinhardt on Ilios, we probably go to Kings Row.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all, my friend. I wouldn't be surprised at all. The big problem is that you can run the Pharah on point A, point B. When you get inside the Omnic Foundry, that's a little bit of a dicier situation. But as far as like pure comps coming through, I mean, you could run Wrecking Ball here. Sigma was always preferred in Europe as the off tank. Now trying to think about how they're going to do it with the Soul tank. That's going to be a big problem for me. What are they going to decide that runs? If they do get going with a Somber-based composition, which they tried to pull out there, they just didn't have the coordination on the backup fire behind it, and the Tech Soul doing so well on the Kiriko. I think that's where Oblivion T6 has their best option and their best chance to really get some positive, meaningful fight wins in their favor is by taking down this Kiriko. Because if I remember correctly, there's a lot of pharmacy going on with this Team Poland team, and they were very willing to play that at all times. So Filian, damn good Pharah, damn good Widow player as well.
Yeah, so I was thinking, what map from on this hybrid map pool do we have that are far not really viable on? And I was thinking to myself, we could see a little bit of Blizzard World that with those open sight lines, but then you said again that Filian, a very good Widowmaker player as well, so that brings back in Widowmaker with those long sight lines, with everything to do with Blizzard World. And it would still allow Mika to play that Wrecking Ball pretty well. I mean, you'd probably prefer maybe a Diva on some of those portions, but still, if Mika can get that value that we were seeing from them on the Wrecking Ball, you don't necessarily need the Diva.
Yep. We'll see what happens going on, but we do have the map pick coming in, and you're going to see Joker looking at his phone and the top of my very shiny head as we've got a little bit of an OBS glitch. So when we transition our scenes, you're going to see that here throughout the entirety of today. So get used to seeing my beautifully shiny head. But the next map is in, and it is Kings Row. So all that theory crafting that we just went through, we'll get to see if it actually plays itself out here.
We do interestingly enough have a sub coming in for B2TG as well, though, Billy. QTC is coming in for the tank of Mika here, and we also have Filian coming out as well. ICAP coming in for them.
So that tells me that they want to play the Genji here, and it tells me that they're going to play a lot more brawly here with QTC coming in here. So while Disruption was the name of the game for the first map, I think now we're ready to get into the meat of the standard the standard map types now, and so we'll see what's going to happen here as the teams are ready to get us in here. We're going to go ahead and join into the map alongside of them as we start to see what's going to happen here in the streets of London.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. This is what EU's known for. It's known for brawl. It's known for Kings Row. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Are you excited?
No, I'm not excited. I'm ecstatic.
You're ecstatic. I love it.
Ecstatic.
No, I mean, LH Cloudy and Hottie, of course, showing us the way of the Reinhardt brawl. That is just synonymous with the EU higher tier scenes right now. Sigma Sigma still rules though, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because of the kit, because of the escapability, because Shatter can be so easily denied. Flux, you either have to have a rock of your own, you've got to have some kind of CC to be able to take it and deny it. So that's why I think that Sigma plays a lot better. Now the other thing is that Zarya also plays well here, and so does the Junker Queen, as both teams are showing us. And we're going to see a little bit more standard composition coming out from Oblivion T6 here. So I don't hate this. What I want to see though is how is this Genji, Fake Jake, going to come in and be able to deal with with deflecting the damage back? Because once the wheels go down, you save your deflect for that. You pump all that damage going right back in to the team that it's coming from, and then ICAV should be able to clear up on the back of it.
Yeah, that is what needs to be happening from the Bulls. Can they deal with that over? Oh,
Yes, they can.
they kind of Jakku's down already. Just gonna mean a change coming in already. Geralt's gonna go over to. No, okay, well, this is just already looking insurmountable for Oblivion T6's QTC is just being a presence in that front line, not really allowing Oblivion to get out. Now they are away from their spawn doors for the moment. Can they make things happen now is the question for Oblivion T6. They've got to they're going to rotate through the hotel, try to get into that back line, but they've already lost Cute Genji Boy, and that's just not what you wanted to see here. Now they're just kind of stuck in no man's land here, Billy, as they're just going to be hunted down by the rest of the Bulls.
I mean, you can do the pursuit if you want. That's a great thing. It pulls them down.
Jeepers. What a play coming in from Q2C. Yeah, that's a tongue twister.
You're wanting to say XQC, so
I know I'm wanting to say XQC, but it's Q2C as Oblivion comes back in. They got to flip her out of the fight. But again, there's still just that presence from the Bulls on the point for now. They've got to find more picks on to them if you're Oblivion to 6, but they've lost out Lemon. Geralt goes down, the overclock from ICAV there. Not really finding the picks, but they're finding damage as Big Jake cleans that up.
Yeah, they forced it back in the spawn. So I mean, definitely, I don't hate the usage of it there. And here we go. Swap ups coming out from Oblivion. We've got the May and the Sojourner coming out here. So this is a different look. This is where you want to use these walls and try to section somebody off and get the first damage down on top of them.
There's Kitsune Rush coming in. A nice May wall though. Can they take Q2C out of the fight? The Rampage comes through and only finds a Lemon, but they've lost both of their supports. As now it is just the Bulls yet again holding strong here, Billy.
I mean, the two ultimates go in there, and I mean, basically, you know, QTC uses the Rampage to get themselves out of a bad situation, put everybody else into a really bad spot. Good thing is that Jaywiz held on to Sound Barrier there, so they have something to defend up against this upcoming wave. And
can also help them get into this point that they're so desperately looking for. Big Jake looking for an opportunity to use that Dragon Blade, but they're going to be taken out before that can happen. That's a nice Rampage coming in. Butler's going to be there in response with the Sound Barrier to keep things going. But Oblivion T6 finally have the opening that they desperately needed.
And it's because of the May swap. It's the May swap. They lose the Bastion as well in favor of more consistent pressure damage. A little bit more mobility as well. So, I mean, they go with a little higher tempo to help get the May around as well with that Lucio. So you've got a lot of options here. And look, QTC is just playing with them on the side here.
That's taking so much damage in there, almost being locked up by that May wall. As Jakku is so in front of everyone else. Gonna go down to Q2C there, and now they're on the back foot. They're gonna have to reset. Jaywiz is down, and all the cleanups coming in from the Bulls as they force Oblivion back to spawn.
I mean, I still like the Geralt pick here, going over to the May because the walls have been pretty darn clean from them. They have a Blizzard online. A Deflect is going to be the only thing that's going to be able to save your skin here. Because you do have Suzu, but it doesn't necessarily get you out completely out of that field area of effect of the Blizzard field. So, you know, hopefully they have it. Hopefully they have amp speed ready to go when they press Q.
That is the hope for any of these two teams. But hey, there's the Blizzard coming out, but there's in response Kitsune Rush. Where did Q2C go? I'm so confused. Okay, they're right there, and they go and they find the pick on the Lemon. They were very low, and well, Gerald is not going to be able to get any value from that Blizzard.
Oh, and I think that's completely washed. And I mean, what a great answer to that. That, you know, the increased movement speed because of the Kitsune Rush. The wall was perfect. I mean, they played it just about as good as they could, Joshua. They just they got outplayed on the back of it, but nice. Nice. Icicle coming in from Gerald gets ICAD out of the question. So, you know, they have the 4v5 right now. Can they push in on top of it?
Yeah, they desperately need to, especially since ICAV was the only person with an ultimate. Now, obviously, QTC is going to build up to their own Rampage here now, so that is going to be a little bit better for the Bulls to hold on to things, especially since Jaywiz has no sound barrier. There comes the Rampage out from QTC. Can the follow-up be there for the rest of the Bulls? That just doesn't seem to be the case. But now the overclock being pulled, the overclock was popped by Genji Boy and takes down ICAV. And, well, Oblivion are going to keep pushing forward.
There's still time for a contester as we're just rounding the last quarter before the Foundry. You do have sound barrier and this overclock to answer and give you a little bit of punching power as we approach the minute mark here on point B. Lennon's going to have to come up with a big rampage to stop him.
Yeah, that has got to be a huge one, but a nice May wall is there from yeah, again. But now the sound barrier coming in from Flipper to get back to the point, but the later one comes through from Jaywiz. Does that enough to stay through that Dragon Blade? It goes down this big Jake. Now the Rampage comes through, takes down, gets two, and takes down the one of ICAV. That's just it. But hey, that's going to be enough, and there's the damage being done. Oblivion T6 continuing their movement.
I mean, they get 156 on the clock now as we're into the Foundry. And, I mean, you've got Kitsune Rush ready to go. But, I mean, they basically entered their entire larder there. And they're going to be reeling right now because Blizzard is ready to go. The window is almost ready to go again. Jakku putting in so much work here for Oblivion T6.
They really are, especially if they can combo it well with the Blizzard. Are they going to be able to get people locked into it? No, the commanding shout works perfectly. Now they can invest this Kitsune Rush on the offensive instead of defensive. Taking, no, wait. I think Jake's the one to go down first. I thought it would be Lemon. No, they've lost their Genji, and now the Oblivion have this upper hand. They've got the animations available, but a nice Rampage comes through, takes the three, the supports and the tank in it, and Jakku and Jaywiz are gone because of it. And that is a huge recontest coming in from the Bulls to stop them in their tracks. A minute to go for Oblivion T6 on the attack.
Oh, the staggers are brutal as well. That's going to take at least another 15 seconds off of this next engagement, and in the interim, Flipper now 10% away from sound barriers. So they've got some options here, and they're taking the wide swing around here. 37 seconds. I mean, it might be the 30-second mark before they ever touch the payload again.
It could be indeed. There's the 30-second mark, and no, they're finally going to be engaging on the cart fake. Jake is very low. They already got that healing. Sound barrier still not invested quite just yet. Those Ant Matrix and that overclock are going to be able to take QTC down, but can they find more? And they do. Flipper's gone. That sound barrier no longer a threat for the moment, as Oblivion T6 are going to get quite close to the end here, Billy.
I have overclock and the sound barrier. Big weapons in here. I think that you need to hold this, and we're back out on the ball. We needed that last second touch. There it is.
Touch the overclock coming in from ICAV, the sound barrier, the Rampage coming in from Oblivion T6, and Flipper's down. That movement speed no longer there. Jaywiz is going to fall quickly afterwards. Can they hold this out with the Dragon Blade? But in the response, the Blizzard on point, and it's going to lock everyone up. This could be it. Oblivion T6 have all the cards in their hands. It's just Flipper left on point, and that Carnage is going to deal a lot of damage. Oblivion T6 complete all 3 points.
I mean, big brain coming out from Oblivion T6, recognizing that there was a Genji out there and that they were really losing the mobility battle, going over to the Mei Sojourn TPS line, and that really did seal the deal for them, being able to move their way through the streets, move their way through the Foundry, and take all 3 points on their attack. If you would have asked me about, 4.5 minutes ago, if we would have been in this position, I would have said, nah. I mean, they had it on lock. Now, for the Bulls here, I mean, because they did stall so much time on point A, do they continue to run the same composition coming out? Do we look for we look for a different tank possibly? Quite possibly. But for Oblivion, I think that you've got to run. You've got to run this Sojourn against Genji Boy. Really did get some impactful eliminations there, especially in the latter part of the map. So for B2T or BT2G, the Bulls need to be very aggressive as they come out.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Yeah, Oblivion T6, Cute Genji Boy was hovering over the Widowmaker for a little bit, but obviously decided on the Sojourn in the end. Interestingly enough, this is pretty much a full sail mirror here, Billy, besides the Ramatra versus the Junker Queen.
I mean, Ramatra can play well here, and they can do a lot of things. They can really lock down Cute Genji Boy with the Ravishing Vortex. Stop the escape hold. You could also do a headshot on that one, too.
Guys, still taking Jaywiz down. Now that speed is no longer available, and that just lets the Bulls just walk right onto Oblivion T6 and take no prisoners, as that is going to be the first point captured immediately.
What an impactful first fight. I mean, and the fact that Q2C can just lock up there and go into the Nemesis form and be able to just basically be unkillable until the healing resources come through, that's beautiful work. And once that wall comes up, they throw it down, they can get that Ravishing Vortex up and just lock everyone up.
It's a nice Jagged Blade, and gets Q2C away from the rest of B2TG Bulls. But they don't go down. They have to force Lemon has to be forced back for the moment, as Lemon's very low. Ravenous Vortex locks them up there, and that's going to be the Bulls yet again. Now they can just go into it. That main wall comes out, and well, nowhere to run and hide. ICAV taken two.
I mean, this is just Q2C taking space and basically playing in Lemon's face and say, you know what? You want to pull me in with Gracie? I'm just going to lock up and throw some hands at you and get the elimination. So, I mean, that Ravishing Vortex right now is the difference maker in the tank matchup.
Yeah, definitely. And as well, the Bulls are just have this ultimate advantage going into this next fight. Oblivion's not really close to anything besides this Amp Matrix now online from Jakku. They've got the overclock in from ICAP early on. Can they land the shots necessary? They've gotten shots down, but no one falls quite just yet. But it's allowing the Bulls to get more and more cart progress without any contest. And oh my goodness, they're almost going down super early. They lose Hexal, and now this is where the Oblivion T6 looks to make their hold. They've got everyone down, and they've got the Blizzard out from Fake Jake.
I mean, they've got three ultimates out here from the Bulls, so yep, there's gonna be some staggers coming through, so I think they take their one and go.
Yeah, I think they take Fake Jake and just full sail retreat back to the point.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have the Annihilation here and the Sound Barrier. So, I mean, for Jaywiz cannot go down first in this fight. And you know what? I mean, it'll be a Sound Barrier in response to the Rampage, but then you've got the Blizzard behind it. So there's going to be a really good chess match here of how these teams decide that they want to throw these ultimates around.
Not ready to overclock just yet.
Let's see which one comes off the board here first, Billy. I was expecting a Sound Barrier coming in. Now QTC uses that Annihilation, but the Blizzard locking people up. Is it going to be enough? There's the Rampage coming in. It's going to lock 3 down, but still, it's anyone's point quite just yet. But it looks more and more likely that Oblivion T6 are going to come out on top.
Oh my gosh, that is just a beautiful response to that Annihilation. I mean, they throw everything out there, and something finally stuck to the wall. The good thing is that they've got an overclock here to deny a lot of point presence here for this Bulls team. Completely empty the larder there.
The big thing to worry about now, though, is Fake Jake's Blizzard. Can they actually get value from it coming into this next fight or the fight afterwards? The overclock is going to be the first thing going in, while ICAP's just going to be blown up immediately. And that's just going to be a retreat coming in for the Bulls. They're trying to get away for the moment. They're investing the Blizzard now from Big Jake. Can they get these picks? The nice Manuel comes up, saves some lives, and Q2C goes down. Oblivion T6 keeps the hold going.
I mean, 3 minutes so far, 3.5 actually. and they are no closer to getting it in now there since they've lost that first major engagement of this Streets phase. So, I mean, we might be making contact back around the pub again, but I have and Tech Soul both have ultimates ready to go. The window should buy them a little bit of space.
It should indeed. If ICAV can find something with this overclock, it would be massive for the Bulls here. But the Amp Matrix, like you said, being invested for Jakku early, but they lose Geralt. That is not what you wanted to see. Now Amp Matrix can be invested from the Bulls, take down cute Genji boy, and they don't even need the overclock now here, Billy.
Yep, that's perfect. That's perfect. Just one ultimate fight. They wait out the they wait out the Amp Matrix, and it's exactly what they needed. So, I mean, they've got what now? Almost 4 minutes. If I can, my screen's so small. It's 3 minutes as we're in the Foundry. So, I mean, you know, 3 fights to get them over the line, and they still have overtime to contend with.
Yeah, they still have this advantage though going into it, unless ICAV goes down. You got to keep them alive for the moment. They have this.
Oh no.
Oh no! Blizzard though coming in from Geralt can change things back and alleviate some pressure, but the Annihilation now coming on board. Sound here in response, trying to stabilize on the point, but it looks like Geralt going off the side of the map. Because it's still trading back. ICAP's gone. They still haven't used this overclock quite just yet. They've got this Blizzard available, but it looks like Oblivion's going to back off for a second.
I like
oh, wait, maybe not?
Nope.
Yeah, they're now going to invest this, and they take Big Jake out of the fight already. They have this Rampage available to Oblivion T6, and, well, they're going to win the fight.
And we're sub 2 minutes now, so I mean, now we're starting to get a little bit of panic into the voices here of the members of the Bulls. I mean, they invest the sound barrier. That's a perfect response to the Annihilation. They get through that. Now, unfortunately, they're going to be going up against an overclock and a Blizzard, and nothing other than the Immortality barrier to deal with it.
QTC is also swapped over to that Junker Queen now. There's the overclock coming in from Genji Boy. Both of them coming through, but ICAV's gone. That ultimate just null and void, and cute Genji Boy comes in, takes Big Jake down. They still have this Blizzard available though, Billy, but it is going to be under a minute on the clock, even if the Bulls take this point.
Yeah, but that's a stagger kill that you cannot really afford because you're going to have to use the commanding shot to get back with your team, then it's going to be on the cooldown. So when you meet back up, I mean, Tech Soul will be able to throw out this this window. I mean, you're going to have that advantage, but I mean, the Rampage from Lemon could be absolutely fight and map ending.
It really could. Who can get the upper hand in this fight? Will it be the Blizzard or the Rampage? We shall see, as Big Jake's already so low, having used that icicle already. Amp Matrix comes in from up top from Texel. Can they find a shot from on high? The Blizzard coming in. Now forcing Oblivion T6 back, but no one really dies. They don't die to that Blizzard. Cute Genji Boy's gone. Flipper finding the pick, but a nice ultimate coming in from Lemon yet again, and Geralt's Blizzard is at the perfect time. 20 seconds to go. The Sound Beer was invested late though by Jay Wiz. Flipper's gonna have their own for this next fight.
We've got speed characters coming back here for the Bulls. They've got B2TG on the wrecking ball and gets absolutely blown up in the air before they can get the roll through in the pile driver.
And QQC's just gonna be gone. They don't have their blue tank any longer, and Big Jake's now gone. The Sound Barrier invested, trying as they will to keep things going. Geralt's down. ICAP trying to do anything if they can with this overclock now. They find Lemon. The overtime bar ticking away. Texel's down. ICAP following quickly afterwards. It was there, the glimpse of it. With ICAP had that opportunity to change everything back, but it's looking more and more likely Oblivion T6 is going to take this map, and there it is. It's a brief second off the point for the Bulls as Oblivion T6 take Kings Row.
I mean, this is not what I had in my book. This is not what I had in my book, and I tell you what, Lemon outplaying Q2C in the bank roll there, that was absolutely fantastic coming out from them. The fight wins. Once we got past the initial mantra push through point A, and they got the first fight into the Streets phase, really something clicked over in Oblivion. People started finding heads a lot easier, and the ultimate economy was always in the favor of Oblivion. and they really did parcel them out so nicely, Joshua. That was the big thing, is that they didn't overinvest. It seems like they always had something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they definitely did. Again, this is a matchup between Council and PC, and right now it's all tied up. We're headed to a short little break, but you're not going to want to miss the conclusion of this series right after this.
I'm not crazy, Malin. I'm not crazy, Malin. I've just been in a very bad mood for 40 years. 40 years.
Carpe diem. Carpe diem.
Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. Still some troubles on our OBS, so it didn't. No, we're back on screen just yet. So we are back into the matchup here, going into our map number 3, and that is going to be Saravasa here, Billy.
Yeah, Saravasa, obviously the more preferred of the two Flashpoint maps, and it's because you can really run a lot of different compositions here. New Junk City, well, you're kind of forced into more linear lines. You can get a little bit more verticality here. You can get a little bit more assassination style here in Saravasa. And I mean, honestly, when you're running this map, and there's one thing that has held true between all the way from Owl all the way down to where I play at. If you're not running a Lucio on this map, you're basically throwing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did we see a not Lucio played yesterday?
I don't remember one.
You know, I just have this thought in my head for some reason that we didn't see a Lucio. I thought we saw, for some reason, a... or maybe they started out on Baptiste Miari. Oh, wait, that was the game Ray and I casted. They used Baptiste Miari and still won. But we're not talking about that. That's an NA. That's a different beast. That's just completely different on its own. Here we're going in. Oh, I thought we were gonna see it, Billy. I thought we were gonna see some Reinhardt. Yeah.
I mean, Reinhardt does play well here, but Junker Queen's so much better with the extra mobility and everything else that you get into it. So, I mean, really across the board, we're looking at the same except for Fake Jake and Geralt, opting for the Genji and the Mei respectively. So it's all about space taking. It's about deflection here for Fake Jake and getting those assassinations, converting those kills in the backline. Whereas for Geralt, it's about denying space and really sectioning members off.
Yeah, we shall see, especially Jakku is on that Baptiste yet again instead of the Spirito that Texel's opting to play yet again. But right now, Oblivion T6 very low. Lemon's gonna go down. I think Jake's gonna be able to get that kill, confirming Lemon out. We do lose ICAV, but it still seems like the Bulls have the upper hand, especially with Flipper finding 2.
Yep, that'll do it right there. And I mean, even though ICAV does get taken out, definitely has the lion's share of the damage coming in here. So, I mean, you get your job done, and now you can get yourself back into the fight and look to hold space up close here, right outside from where rotation should be coming in. You got an eye on the spawn. I mean, you can rotate fast back. I mean, looking for Gracie to get somebody.
Crazy if Gracie found out someone for Lemon there, and they do think Jake able to stay alive though thanks to that blade for the moment. They're super low yet again. It's just been so hard for Oblivion to get into this fight without taking this massive amount of damage, and well, we're seeing it come to fruition with the Bulls taking that fight yet again.
Yep, and I mean, Gracie does land there. He pulls back, and well, I mean, the heals are there. But actually, Jakku does get out. So that's actually a massive stagger. And I mean, this should be, in air quotes, this should be them taking the first flashpoint. And I think that Oblivion needs to just go ahead and let it go and take their chances on the RNG.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, especially with them so heavily in favor with ults. Yeah, Oblivion's going to just give it up. And now the next flashpoint is opened, and it looks... No, neither. It's still... Bulls are going to be there first.
I don't know how they got there first. That's crazy. But I mean, they do get there. And this is going to be Palace. So this is going to be, you know, a lot of working around this middle platform.
Kitsune Rush is going to come in right down the corridor. There's the Rampage as well. A lot of ultimates being invested here by the Bulls. They are going to take the fight off the back of it. Maybe it didn't need 3 to win it.
I mean, they invested it. I mean, they did get it basically all of those ultimates in 2 fights, 2 protracted fights. So I would take it. I'll take it. You've still got Sound Barrier and the Blade into this next fight, so you've got stuff to just deal with the Blizzard that's upcoming, and you've got something to deal with Lemon's Rampage.
The only thing is, Oblivion G6 is coming online with 5 of their own ultimates as well. So it is just going to be a little bit more difficult to sustain through it with only just the sound there with the ant mate. Oh, never mind. Big Chase is going to find that kill. I think you Genji boy already. Blizzard's still available though if Oblivion T6 do so wants to invest in, and they are. The Rampage and the Blizzard coming out, and QTC is going to go down. Dragonblade invested. Soundbear is still giving it a go. They want to hold on to this point for as long as they can. They lose Jakku, but that seems to be just it. No, Flipper finds out Geralt, but it still looks to be enough for Oblivion T6 to hold on to this point with a nice jagged blade taking Texel.
I mean, you know, I don't hate that. I don't hate the investment there, because you pull 1, 2, 3, 4 ultimates out of Oblivion. Yeah. You're still looking at the overclock, but we saw what happened last time through an Amp Matrix. Fake Jake just deflected it back straight into their dome.
Yeah, they've got to figure it out here and now. They still have that advantage like you were talking about, but not for much longer, with the Bulls creeping up to some ultimates of their own. Can Oblivion win it out here and now? Are we going to see another song and dance? Are we going to get that second point into the favor of the Bulls? Both of Johnson Queen's looking for that fight. There's the overclock coming out. Texel's gone down. That should be that, unless there's some miraculous plays coming back from the Bulls at the moment, but that just doesn't seem to be in the cards. It's up to 80% for Oblivion T6.
But good patience there. ICAP could have easily popped the overclock there and gotten themselves in. I think let's go ahead and give this over to Oblivion T6, and you take your old economy on to the next point. I say that as Flipper gets on the point.
Yeah, Flipper gets there, goes down. There's still an opportunity to win this for the Bulls with the overclock coming in and the Kitsune rush, but they've lost Big Jake in the meanwhile. Ant Matrix coming in. Can they get this point in, or have they invested ultimates that didn't really needed to be invested? And that seems to be the case. Oblivion T6 takes the second flashpoint.
They throw an ultimate in there that they threw that. I mean, they should have never thrown those two in there. That was absolutely foolhardy of them to throw not only the initial overclock in there, but then to throw the Kitsune rush on top of it. That could have been your ticket to really solidify a third flashpoint win. So now they're chasing into a rampage.
Yeah, this is not looking too hot for the Bulls. They still have ultimates of their own, though, Billy. That is something that they can invest here. They have their own Rampage. They have this Dragon Blade, and, well, they're going to invest it early on and get a pretty decent-sized one. 4 people getting purpled up, and now with Big Jake investing that Dragon Blade. What? Completely just flipped immediately back into the favor of Oblivion T6. And the point does go to the Bulls, but again, there's just only 2 players left. It's not going to be for too long.
Jumped around the end of this, and now they're played over. They've been outplayed. And I like the later Rampage coming out of Lemon there. Absolutely showing up huge in this matchup. Now, you do have Sound Barrier ready to go. Dueling Sound Barriers, to be exact. Fake Jake over to the Sombra. This is going to be an interesting little wrinkle.
Yeah, well, they've got to figure it out right now because, that's a nice way to start it out. But Oblivion has all the momentum in the world here. Can they come back and change things? Jakku investing that Ant Matrix really on, and ICAP's gone. A nice Jagged Blade trying to take Q2C out of the fight, but it looks like the Bulls are just going to back away.
I'm not sure what the point of the push was. I mean, just basically gave over 30% ult charge there for Lemon towards that next Rampage, and I think that they're getting out healed by Jakku over Texel.
I have to agree with you there, Billy. Now they're gonna invest this Kitsune rush though. This is what they've been building for. But oh my goodness, they almost lost QTC before that sound barrier came online. Jaywiz is gone though. That is huge for the Bulls, but they lose their Junker Queen. You can't be losing QTC like that. They've got now no real front line to deal with Lemon and company. ICAP though, they'd be able to change this back with their overclock. Texel goes down. There's no healing left as the Bulls have to make another swap. No, they aren't going to stick on the Junker Queen, but Oblivion T6 now on match point.
Yep, I mean, they are looking at map point here. They're looking at the map win here and taking themselves to match point. So I'm okay. Now we're gonna bring out the Sigma. Okay, this plays well into a Junker Queen. You got Creation when they're trying to go in with Carnage, when they're trying to go in with these rampages. You've got the kinetic grasp to stop the damage coming in. I still think and Tech Soul over to the Baptiste. So yeah, they've definitely made this so that they will be a lot more sturdy.
Ready to activate
But you gotta figure it out here, Billy. Like we said, this is map point for Oblivion T6, and then they go up 2-1 in the series if they are so lucky to take this fight. But let's see. The Bulls are already going to be able to capture the flashpoint early on. Big Tick goes down now. The Rampage coming out. And that's just going to lock up a couple of more. And with Genji Boy finding that pick on a QC. Lemon, not to be outdone, gets a couple as well. As that is going to be Oblivion taking it back.
Wow, this has been a complete reversal of fortunes here. When we got done with our initial map of the Ilios, I thought that this was going to be one-way traffic. Well, I have been pleasantly surprised by this Oblivion T16. They are gaming their butts off here, and they've got a window ready to go. They've got overclock almost ready to go as well.
Yeah, now they come in here. That's your speed boost. Hey, Taylor's did get a little bit over-aggressive now. But still, they have that time to really allow them to get back. Jakku is in the complete back of everyone of the Bulls, as well as his own team. But now the Bulls are going to be able to come back. They've taken down Jakku, who was on a man on the mission, but they've got the point back in their favor.
They really do. We're going to come up on a flux too, so I mean, you've got some serious ultimates ready to go. You've got the EMP. It's not as good as it used to be. We all know that. We do know that the hack plus the virus is 100 damage over 2 seconds, and that could take one of these switches down in a hurry.
They can get it on the cute Genji Boy or Jakku. That would be massive. This, the Graviton Surge. The Flux doesn't find anyone, Billy. Now they invest this Blizzard from Geralt with the overclock coming in. EMP in response, though. Sound Beer is still going to be able to be used by J-Wiz, though, in a later fight. As two Genji Boys found Texel out. This is huge for Oblivion T6. They're coming back into the thick of things. It's up to 98%, but it's just not going to be enough for the Bulls to hold on as Oblivion T6 come back.
They've got one fight and they have to contest it. They don't have a choice but to not contest it. And Flipper going down last. Oh no. This is bad juju. There's the taxi service coming in from J-Wiz. You're going to have your Sojourn back. Yeah, they've got to get touches now. They're 15% away from losing this map.
Genji Boy almost got taken out there by Fake Jake now. But Texel has his Amp Matrix. You need to get there. This needs to be an impactful ult for B2TG, or they're going down in the series. Overtime going into the favor at the moment, and Fake Jake goes down. The virus no longer available. Nothing can impede their progress now. They are Bastion being set up into that take configuration. Can they get the picks? There's the Rampage coming out, and two players get infected by that bleed effect, and that might just be it. The overtime bar ticks away. Oblivion take the map and go up 2-1 in the series.
This is a complete reversal of fortunes, and I mean, once they have gone over to the Sojourn and May composition, it has been pretty smooth sailing for them, if I do say so myself. Fake Jake got some serious work done. But I mean, they just overinvested so much. We talked about it twice. Yeah. Did they need to invest in that first fight? Did they have to let it out? Okay, they were building out fast enough. But then when they put the Kitsune Rush and the overclock out on Palace there, and they had no rights putting it out there. They put themselves at such a deficit going into ruins or into Temple that they did not have a chance to get back in to the economy. And then that's when they were forced to have these wholesale swaps. So, I mean, I want to see them really kind of knuckle down and figure out what it is that got them the map win on Ilios and come back as a full 5 and really take it to this Oblivion T16.
I have to agree with you there. In the wise words of J. Cole, pride is the devil. And that might be what we're seeing from the Bulls. They were obviously the higher ranked seed. They were expected to win, and maybe they're coming into this not really respecting their opponents. And Oblivion T6 has just kind of said, no, we'll just slap you in the face and take this these last 2 maps and go up into the match point.
No, that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah.
I mean, they basically outthought this Bulls team And they've been very, very stingy with their ultimate usage as well. You don't see very many wombo combos coming in from them. Really looking at Flipper, investing sometimes in the sound barrier when it wasn't necessary. Texel with the Kitsune rushes, sometimes a little bit ill-timed. So I think a little bit of patience, a little bit of strategic usage of these ultimates will really clean up a lot of what they're trying to do.
I have to agree with you there. We are headed into push now, though. So that could be what is necessary to change the tide. Well, it has to be necessary for Bulls to change the tide of this fight. As we have the map pick coming in from said Bulls squad, and we are headed to Coliseum.
So that tells me they either want to play the ball here and really use that long drag strip to control as much of the space as they can, or they're looking at the Junker Queen comp again. I have not seen a May come out from this Bulls team, so I'd like to see that happen. Mika's coming in for Q2C. Fillian's coming in for Fake Jake, so that tells me that possibly the Farah might be coming back in here, Joshua. And then Mika, I mean, it's a ball specialist as far as I know. They might have the Reinhardt, they might have the Zarya as well. Those are two possibilities. So we'll see what this little wrinkle of these substitutions coming in will hold in store for the Bulls team.
Well, it's got to be something. Again, it's match point for Oblivion T6, and you don't really want to go down to that loser's bracket if you are B2TG Bulls. You're going to have to play a couple extra matches than you really want to with your tournament life on the line as we head into Coliseum.
Italy is such a beautiful map. This is what used to be one of my backgrounds back in the day when it first came out. I love this gorgeous sunlit shot. There's a meg pack back there. I mean, if we see Sombra play, that's where a lot of them like to set up their. I say that was pre-rework. This would be a good spot for maybe a Tracer or Soldier 76 to come get a quick bit of healing if they're running on these flanks. That's something that do you decide to play the full 5v5 here along the drag strip and try to get control of TS1, or do you send somebody on flank trying to give them that pincer movement that we know can work so very well?
Well, you were right about the Bulls looking to play the Farah. That's what they're locking right now. But interesting enough, we're seeing Lemon bring out a different hero than that Junker Queen. We're going over to Orisa.
Well, because Mika's coming in, I mean, you can use the Javelin Spin, you can use the Fortify to not get knocked away, and you can use the Javelin Spear to lock up the ball against the wall. So, I mean, there's a lot of CC here that's going to be able to deal with that. But, I mean, look at this. Look at Mika already in their back line.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to look for Mika to do here. You've got to be able to disrupt this composition that Oblivion T6 is trying to run. And, well they did get stuck on the wall for a second, but able to get away. But Lemon's super low. Like you're saying, that attack on two fronts is seemingly coming out for the Bulls right now, and they don't really know which way to look for does Oblivion T6 at the moment, with a lot of damage coming out here. It looks more and more likely that the Bulls have the upper hand, but they need to find the picks, and there's Daryl coming down. Fillian finding J-Wiz. That should be the oh wow, nice
okay.
Lemon. Yeah, the Javelin Spear to the face and then taking them out. It still is in the favor of the Bulls for the moment, but maybe not for much longer, with Texel going down now.
I mean, I don't know how you go down there with the other Swift step available. So, I mean, you've got, ICAD out here on
no one can hide
the Widow, and they've been landing the shots. They just haven't gotten enough to kills yet.
Yeah, and well, J-Wiz is going to go down now with Fillian back into the thick of things. Remove the glass, by the way, Blizzard. Let's just talk about that for a second. But it is the Bulls able to come into the fight and take out the key characters they need to. They've got the bot back in their favor.
Yeah, Lemon's in a really bad place right now. Needs to have that healing to get them right back up. I mean, right now they have not dealt with Fillian on the side, and ICAV is really starting to warm up on the Widow.
Yeah, now lining up the shots perfectly is ICAV on this Widowmaker as Well, speaking of shots perfectly, cute Genji Boy and Jakku combining, I believe, for that kill onto Fillion. The res doesn't seemingly available, or it's just in a very precarious spot for Flipper. But they've rotated back, and Oblivion T6 has gotten this point into their favor, but not just yet now. With the picks on the Textile and ICAV, that is going to be a nice fight win.
Okay, so now that we've got Sombra on the field and Gerald is absolutely playing out of their minds already on it, I think you swap over to the Hanzo, you get yourself that extra burst and that extra bit of vision to be able to locate the Sombra out.
Cute Genji Boys, overclock not gonna really work, but the Mirage from the back on top takes down 2, and that is going to be that quickly going, the bot quickly going back over into the favor of the Bulls. Fillion getting that nice work done on the farm.
I mean, finally there's a decisive fight win, and they get the work done. Oh my goodness, so much trouble. Yeah, it got away.
Repositioning.
Geralt got away thanks to that translocator still.
Wow. Okay. I mean, Booty's coming up very closely. Look at this, going for the spot cap and gets it done.
They get ICAV out, but well, they do trade it with J-Wiz. So still, the Bulls are able to keep pushing forward. Are they going to keep that spawn hold for ICAV? Doesn't seem to be the case, but there is Geralt in the back line, and well, Texel is going to be hacked up and deleted from the game, and that is just going to be Oblivion T6 able to capitalize on that lack of healing and push the bot back towards their end.
Yep. I mean, there's not enough burst healing here for the Bulls to be able to stay up. You're taking 50% of your heals away by that tether onto Fillion. So the rewards really outweigh what we're seeing here. No, it does not.
Yeah, there's the EMP coming in. Mika's gonna go down immediately. Kitsune rush from Texel in response, but they're gonna get Suzu, but the virus now on to them. Can they keep things going? Oblivion has taken the lead at the moment, but that is just a very slight lead. And well, with ICAV and Fillion getting those picks, it is going to be probably back into the favor of the Bulls.
I mean, there are 3.55 meters difference between them. That's going to be at least a fight and a half here. So, I mean, for the Bulls, I mean, I think that you need to send Mika ahead. I mean, I know why you're staying on the point. You're scared of the Sombra.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there. The contest does come in from Lemon. They've got the Terra Surge available. Can it be used to lock people up into cute Genji Boys overclock, or are they just going to use it on their own? We will find out in a few short moments. But the roll comes in from Mika as Lemon's kind of alone at the moment. Bob out, but Mika's gone. And now they've got a little bit more of an opportunity to keep things going in the way of Oblivion T6 with the barrage, but the barrage coming in, that should be that. The Bulls take that fight.
And they did it through a rally. That's the impressive part. Got him out through the rally. And there's that's going to be the lead being taken here. Finally by Bulls, and they've got all the cogs kind of lined up here. Terra Surge has been held on to here for a long time by Lemon, waiting for the perfect moment.
Oh, come on, you had the opportunity to get that forward spawns, just get there, and you're in a perfect opportunity there. They get the forward spawns. Geralt is no longer a threat for the moment, obviously back now, and Mika's down, and so this is now looking a little bit better for Oblivion. That spot is going to be going back their way with some swaps coming for Oblivion T6. It's J-Wiz on the Ari coming in strong.
I mean, there's a lot of kills right there. Third DCS as well. We've seen the aim all day long. Now it's going to be even more kind of hyper-focused there on it. So, I mean, you're going to have the window here. That's going to buy you a lot of space.
It is indeed, really. Can they overtake this lead, or is there going to be a contest? It seems like there will be that contest coming in, but Geralt is just hunting for Mika, and recently so. That is your job if you are the Sombra, but Fillion over to the Echo now to try to maybe a change of pace with that focusing bead. The minefield has come out. Captive Sun comes in from J-Wiz as well, and that is going to be Oblivion taking the fight, it seems.
I mean, they take the fight. They're probably going to take the lead here. I mean, there's at least one good contestant coming in, and yeah, ICAP's on. That should do it.
Yeah, ICAP going down. Now, Lemon still has this Terra Surge available. I don't know if this is the same Terra Surge that we've been seeing throughout the entire series, but hey, if it is, they're just holding it for that perfect opportunity, and Mika's down now yet again. The copy has come over onto the Sombra. There's the Terra Surge finally coming out, and it's going to work out for Oblivion. They found the fight when it seems. No, maybe not. With the Bob being invested, they've still got this the upper hand in the fight, and the meter just gone as Mika finds out Geralt.
That should not have happened. That should not have happened with the EMP and the Terra Surge. Wow, what a good amount of appeal there, and what a good amount of patience there from B2G, B2TG. So let's see. I mean, you've got this overclock ready to go. Geralt not getting the same amount of work done on the Sombra. So we really need to see what kind of fights can they take here. We're at 140, so I mean, basically they can just win these fights and just go in.
But Killian goes down. They can't really give these fights up to Oblivion. They're so close to overtaking the lead. J-Wiz is low though. Can they get that healing onto them and keep them alive? Mika still, gonna get hacked up. Are they going down? They're so low. The Sun, the hack, they're still alive somehow, some way. Why is Mika still alive, Billy? What is going on? The Oblivion T6 not able to take down the Wrecking Ball might be the bane in the end. What a shot from J-Wiz though. Traded back immediately by Fillion, who swapped back over to the Pharah, getting them doing so well on the Pharah. I don't really know why they swapped off, but hey, it's working in spades for the Bulls now.
Yep, and I mean, they're, just swapping back and forth, getting the work done. I mean, sometimes you have to change out. Sometimes, the swap doesn't work and you go back to your comfort, and that's exactly what's happening here. They're going to go around the backside and see if they can catch Oblivion in a little bit of a looser rotation. We can see if this works.
It doesn't. The res is going to be there to bring Fillion back in, but you liked it for these late fights. There's 20 seconds to go. You can't afford to lose anyone if you are the Bulls quite just yet, especially when it's getting into that mid phase. They haven't been able to unlock those forward spawns yet again. It's now Geralt super low, and there's the pick. Mika finds Geralt out. Captain Sun comes through though. This might be enough for the. Oh my goodness, the minefield comes out in the perfect time for the Bulls. They're able to hold on, and that is the tie series going into map number 5.
I mean, we're heading to map number 5, and I mean, what a great patient use of those mines and the Bob, everything coming together at one moment. I mean, that was on a knife's edge there for the Bulls, and they withstand the fight. They withstand the pressure coming in. I tell you what, Jacko is absolutely on fire right now. We've been talking about the Baptiste all series long, and this is where he gets to play the game. Absolutely perfect.
Absolutely perfect indeed there, Billy, as now it is tied up. We're headed to a map number 5. It will be Control. We'll see where we're headed right after this break. You're not going to want to miss map 5 right after this. Welcome back, everyone. It is time, and well, I did make an oopsie daisies before I sent it to the break. It is escort for map number 5 because that was changed when we introduced Flashpoint into our game modes. But we are headed to that escort map, and we are headed to one of the newest escort map, I believe, still hasn't changed just yet. We're headed to Shambali Monastery.
Yep, I like this pick. I like this pick because it does allow you to have quite a few different variations on how you want to attack this. And I think that May and Sojourn work so damn well here that this might be in Oblivion's best interest to play that and to play the Junker Queen here. I don't mind. I don't mind, playing other heroes here. I think Sigma works extremely well here, and giving a little bit of extra space, a little bit of extra time, I guess, for your DPS and your backline might be the way to go here. Because man, we've seen back and forth Mika coming back in here. The way that it was going, I thought that we were done. And Mika and Filian coming back in definitely reignited this team. Mm-hmm. And now we need to see if they can, close this out and avoid the upset.
Yeah, like the chat said previously, no Mika, no win, and that's currently what's happening. I mean, and as well as Filian, but that's what is seemingly happening at the moment. And hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for a wrecking ball taking over the game. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that in season 7 of Overwatch 2 that the wrecking ball would be the deciding factor in a series of Overwatch? Definitely not me.
I mean, it's EU though. It's a whole different set of whole different set of rules on EU servers. So we'll see. I've liked the Junker Queen matchups. I would expect to see something something different out here. I mean, it's map number 5. You don't want to go to the lower bracket. Bulls, we're staying on the same side, so they will be our defensive team here. And I mean, there's lots of places to grapple from for Wrecking Ball. There's lots of places to get roll throughs and then get yourself into safety. And well, because of how narrow this payload route is, mines are going to be super impactful here. So that's a couple things that I wanted to point out with that. Filian's going to have a lot of room to work around on points A and C. Point B is a lot more claustrophobic. The ceiling in there is quite low, so I would expect to, if they have the option to, probably go to the Echo while we're inside the caves as we're going through the heart of the mountain. But then, you can bring the Pharaoh back out in point 3.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see that far coming in early on. No side swaps. Oblivion, the Bulls opting to defend here first. And it almost worked for them on that hybrid map where everything changed, though. That's when the Fire Nation attacked. Oblivion T6 now on this defense. Still opting for this Sombra. We need to see Geralt getting that value we were seeing from that start of push when they went over to that Sombra. But right now, they are going to find Mika out, but it is traded back. Jaywiz is gone. I don't know which would you rather prefer if you were either of these two teams. But you have coming in yet again, Geralt still just being that pest that Sombra is so known to be.
Yeah, I mean, you build so much space, though, with these manual hacks. I mean, it really does force out. But Filian gets the most important pick of their life. And look at that revenge.
Yeah, revenge pick, counter pick coming in from both of these two teams at the moment. Rez coming in, though, from Flipper onto Filian's huge. Keeping that eye in the sky is massive for the Bulls.
Get done here. That's another massive kill.
And they don't have Rez for Filian now, so they're gonna just have to seemingly have to back up here at the Bulls. And yeah, that's what they're doing now with Oblivion T6, trying to get those stragglers, trying to get those picks onto the retreating forces. Now with the Alari, Captain Sun coming out, trying to blow some people up with that ultimate, and they take ICAV down. It is gonna be Lemon with those spears taking them out. But now, Filian over the top. Oh my goodness, that checking coming in from Jaywiz just saved Oblivion from maybe certain death as they take this first point.
And I mean, they invested the Valkyrie into it as well, so I mean, the ability for Flipper to be able to get out. And then they're hacked right outside of spawn. They're going to go down with heat, maybe? Maybe no. I guess they're gonna live here. They do live. I think they got the flip in.
Yeah, they do get the flip as the Bob comes out and Texel's gone. The Gravitic Flux being invested and Flipper's gone as well. There's no healing left on the board.
God.
Lemon coming in. Hawk finding 4 or 3. Sorry. I won't discount the Bob's pick onto Texco.
Hello there.
I mean, we'll call that a wipe though, because that's exactly what happened. And I mean, they're coming in with the 4-pack of ultimates here, so I mean, they can really deny around your nice dancing from Jakku filling their oats. But I mean, looking at EMP, I mean, you can shut down so much with just one press of the Q button.
You really can. Can Fillion get the pick that they're looking for? No, and when it goes down, Geralt is felled after all is said and done. But EMP was invested. Mika's so low. Fillion is down. ICAP trying to change things back, and they might have done so with the 2 picks onto the supports. Now everyone from the Bulls can collapse onto the remaining members of Oblivion T6. No healing to save them, and the Bulls are able to hold.
Not only did you shut down the barrage, but you also shut down the mines with 1 press of the QT. Got 2 ultimates negated. So I mean, the power of the Sombra was just shown right there. That could have been a much easier team wipe for the Bulls. However, we see Fillion going over to the Echo now, so I expected this, and they're doing exactly what I thought.
Oh, hey, it's paying dividends already, Billy. That nice sticky mines taking Jakku out. Gonna try to get Jaywiz as well. So low, gonna be able to stay alive. They're gonna be felled out immediately though as well. And Oblivion's gonna have to reset and wait for some respawns.
I mean, Jaywiz is really getting a lot done on this god. I don't know where the real fault in the competition is, other than not catching Mika fast enough when they go for the knock-throughs and the falling off the damage on the back end of it.
Lemon's so low. They are going to be able to get out, but they've lost Jakku, who's trying to keep Lemon alive. It's just these DPS duel and Mika are just on missions, just taking everyone out they see set their eyes on.
I'm really interested to see where we go with this duplicate. You're going to have almost a 5-pack. You got that 5-pack. I'm sorry. Bull's got the whole larder ready to go. The cupboard's going to be empty here very shortly. Bob has to be huge.
Full fiesta, if you will, here, Billy, coming in from both of these 2 teams in this next fight. You've got to think Oblivion are going to invest heavy. They do not want to be stalled out here on this phase. And Mika goes down, but it's traded immediately back. And Jaywiz is so low, and there's no one to really heal them but themselves. It is going to be the Bulls soon. Maybe not. Flipper goes down, but oh wait, what? There's picks coming in, and the Gravitic Flux being invested. ICAP's down. Mika's back from spawn though. They've got these minefield, and the roll through is going to take Lemon out. And it looked a little bit dicey there for the Bulls for a second, but they hold on yet again.
Okay, so we got. I say we had Tracer switch from Cute Gauge Boy. No, they're gone. We're at 42 seconds. Kitsune Rush ready to go. Lemon bringing out the Diva as well.
Yeah, and this the minefields as well, and Geralt still has not been able to build up to this EMP, but a pick on the Texel is massive now. They do not have that Kitsune Rush for the fight. Fillion's going down so low, and Lemon finds him out. Minefield on point. 15 seconds remaining, and Mika's going down low. The picks are there, but Mika's now down. Can they keep things going? Fillion with that respawn. But still, Amp Matrix comes through. Kitsune Rush being invested. They're trying to hold on to this fight. So a second to go. Overtime bars now coming on to play. No longer the Kitsune Rush on the board. This is going to be a dry fight besides the EMP that comes on at the perfect moment, and Mika goes down. This is what Oblivion T6 desperately needed, desperately wanted, and it's coming in their way. ICAL's gone. They've got everything they need to hold on, and that should be the second point taken by Oblivion T6.
It absolutely is. I mean, last minute heroics there from all teams. That EMP was everything that you wanted, Joshua. You were calling for an impactful EMP and you finally got it. And now you're looking at Captain Sun again. You're looking at self-destruct as well. So this is going to provide a lot of staying power.
It really is. The Bulls, however, they are building up to ultimates, but that Kitsune Rush not finding any value yet again. Those ultimates that are just thrown in Billy might be that downfall, and that Pulse Bomb comes through, takes Billy out already. They cannot res him as well because, well, that's where all of Oblivion T6 is. And now they come in. Bob is invested. Jaywiz is gone. That's huge. Captain Sun no longer on the board for this fight. Can they keep the momentum in their favor for the time being? Bulls trying to hold on. It seems like they're going to. They're waiting for those respawns. And cute Genji Boy goes down as now Lemon's just going to back out.
Yeah, but they'll be able to get back to the fight. Well, that's a big dynamite. Sticky's thinking, oh my god, they're all trying to get a cheeky extra amount of ult right there and ends up paying for their life.
Yeah, that's huge. Still, ultimates on the board though, Billy. Oblivion T6 have some crucial ones. So do the Bulls though, Billy.
I mean, this is going to be a manual hack on the Jacko to prevent the immortality barrier from coming out. Otherwise, leave the value to self-destruct.
This is going to be really difficult. Captain Sun out. Matrix out. And it's eaten up by Fillion with the copy Diva. What a massive play coming in from the copy. Now, this is looking better and better for the Bulls. If they can find this pick here and now, they do not build up to that self-destruct, but Fillion does not need that. They find 2 picks of their own. It is still anyone's point at the moment. The Pulse Bomb out from cute Genji Boy, not going to find a target. It looks like the Bulls are able to complete that hold on point 3 unless Jaywiz, what is happening? Jaywiz has the picks, the overtime bar ticks away. Jaywiz almost clutched it up for Oblivion T6, but Mika's Minds came on right at the perfect time to be invested.
Switching sides.
Oh, my heart's in my throat right now.
I'm losing my voice. We got more work to do later today, Billy. This is not good.
It's not good. You better control yourself. Better wreck it before you wreck yourself. Anyways, I mean, looking at what Jaywiz just did there, I mean, we're seeing kind of a genesis, almost a hybrid composition coming out here, where you've got like this extra burst and you've got that third DPS in the Iyari. We saw the power of her right there. Bulls bent, but they never quite broke. And I mean, through the caves, point B, they really bled a lot of time off of this bank for them. And I think that in the end, that's what really threw the wrench in to Oblivion's plans to capture all 3 points here. So for this Bulls team, I mean, this is not an easy take.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they played together so long. They've been friends so long. They've been on Team Poland. I mean, come on. If there's a time for you to step up and take a win, this has got to be it, Jackie. I knew you were looking for us, but you ain't got to shoot me, brother. You ain't got to shoot me. I didn't do it to you. I didn't do it to you.
Yeah, like you said, this is where the chips are all on the line. Oblivion T6 pushed it quite far. This is match point. This is series point. Who goes and who stays in the winner's bracket? All on the line in this attacking phase of the Bulls. As now they come in here for this next fight, as they're going to be looking to go in. Jaywiz has already taken Fillion down. The res is going to be invested, obviously keeping them somewhat alive. But can this keep going? Yeah, wow, that's a huge res coming in. And Fillion finds 2 because of it. And that is going to be possibly the first, or at least quite a bit of the first point taken.
Oh, they're going to really be looking on their sides here. I think that they're going to want to echo their echo, or echo something in the sky with an echo, because Philly is getting some sick kills here.
Yeah, and now ICAV finds out Genji Boy. They do lose Mika, which is a great pick for the Oblivion T6. Now they need to be able to set up and take more picks in response. ICAV very low, gonna get that healing though from Texel. The hack comes on to them. Geralt can't do more though. They were so low. They had to translocate out, and now it's a 4v5 really in this fight until, well, Fillion takes out Jakku. Or sorry, Jakku takes Fillion out from the sky. Rolls reverse there, but Again, a massive res. Flipper and these res might be the difference maker in this map if they keep finding picks after them. But the Amp Matrix coming in though, Oblivion T6 looking to stabilize, and they're currently doing so. Lemon coming out super low. Texel takes down the healing pylon. And, well, they go down, though, so what would you rather have? As nice pick again. Jakku has just been a machine finding the heads of his enemies.
What? Okay, J-Wiz, I see you. And yeah, you do lose J-Wiz, but I mean, you've got nothing online. You've got Bob now to be able to deny pressure coming in. The Kitsune Rush is going to make him fire even faster. So, I mean, I think that you actually go in with the Bob and that combo.
Well, and Leon goes down, who's going to get hacked up and dealt with by Jakku yet again. It wasn't obviously just Jakku, but there is no one's in the kill feed. Now the Bob comes out. There's the mine. There's the self-destruct. Can they find more picks? They need it. They've invested so much. Now the Kitsune Rush coming in from Texel, as well as the Valkyrie. You need to win this fight if you're the Bulls. And now they found Geralt and two Genji Boy out. They've got it all in line. They need to make it happen, and it seems to be the case. 0.24 meters to go. Lemon's on point. The barrage. You need to be able to save this if you're Billion going into this next phase.
Looks like they'll do it. And I mean, there's
What?
What?
They're still contesting. Genji Boy back into the point. Then finally, the Bulls are able to take back.
Okay, so you've got the barrage. Yeah, you want to swing around coast here and come up from the back side on them and see if you can drop this on them. I don't know if they got spotted out there. I hope they didn't get spotted out there, but I mean, this is going to buy you so much extra space right now because you're dealing with what you know is a barrage in hand for Fillion. I think that Geralt right now needs to get pressure on the point with Lemon and see if they can go ahead and just take care of the fight.
Yeah, and well, ICAP's going to go down to Geralt there early on, and well, that is a nice play to come back for Oblivion T6. They've already found two, and they're just going to, Bulls are just going to have to reset.
I like it. I like that they just worked Fillion on the outside and made sure they had point presence and took care of the pressure there. Now that buys them at least two fights here inside of the cage, but the barrage definitely needs to be scouted out before they get completely wide.
Yeah, definitely is. Okay, they're trying to get the EMP's just going to go on to Fillion there, and well, ICAP's going to take it back, though. That is massive, and especially if they can get this res, keep this at an advantage for the Bulls. No, they lose ICAP. And now that's just going to have to be a reset yet again unless there's some picks coming in from the remaining Bulls players, but it just doesn't seem possible at the moment.
I like what Genji Boy's doing here on the Tracer. Getting into the back line, kind of going, tip for tap for what Geralt's trying to do here. They are giving up space, though, and that's the problem, is that they need to take at least two fights here to lead this time base. They're sitting at 140 right now. The Kitsune Rush is going to be the kicker here. As we're going to have that
They've got to figure it out now. Like you said, it's getting lower and lower. Minefield has come out from Mika in the back, trying to separate players from the cart. And they do so, but ICAP was in the back line of Oblivion T6. Self-destruct comes out, and Geralt finds out Mika now down to a minute 13, and this is looking a little bit desperate now for the Bulls.
Yep, and Virus, there's the first fire skill that I've seen come through in my personal casting. Now, I mean, we've got trades coming through the Genji. Genji Boy goes down. Yeah, I mean, we got people going back and forth, no mercy on the field, so they've actually got the healing advantage right now.
They do indeed, but coming back from the Bulls is a boatload of ultimates, and ICAP goes down. They get the Bob out, and the Kitsune Rush is there as well, though. So they have this ability, but I don't think that the Bob is getting that value from the Rush because of that wall. This is not what you wanted. They've got to be able to take this fight. There's the Captain Stun coming in from J-Wiz. It's eaten up by Fillion, who's copied over to the Diva yet again, but no picks coming from it. It looks like Oblivion T6 are coming out on top yet again.
Raw healing output, raw individual plays. Geralt getting the work done as well. And now we're sub 20 seconds. Joshua, there's one fight. There's a pulse bomb ready to go.
I think it might be it, really, unless there's some miraculous plays coming in from the Bulls. They don't have anything online. And Geralt's very close to this EMP. The hack comes on to Mika. They've got to stay alive. Pexel in the back, being harassed by Cute Genji Boy. The stick comes on to Flipper. It takes down Fillion as well. Cute Genji Boy might have just solidified everything, and there it goes. Lemon takes down Mika and Pexel. It's all but over. The clean house is there. The team kill, and brings it to the oh my goodness. Brings it to the match end. That's the words I was looking for. Of course, it ruins my... Oh, goodness. But what matters most, Billy? Oblivion T6 takes the map.
And what's really impressive is that they take the upset win here as well. And I mean, they absolutely played it out there. That stick was absolutely filthy from Cute Genji Boy. That two-piece right there just completely solidified the fight win. And takes down the number 5 seed here in the EUPC Open tier. Good Lord, we had some gameplay here, my friend. And I mean, these teams slugged it out for what, about 2 hours now? This was one of the most compelling matches that I have seen in quite some time.
That was just fantastic. And I would have loved if my words didn't get on top of themselves for that final ending. But wow, what a game. Again, I mean, it looked like the Bulls didn't take them too seriously in those first couple of maps. And then, well, at the end, they just got outplayed, especially on that escort map. Like we were saying, I mean, they didn't complete it, but it's a hell of a long way to go. And in the end, the Bulls could not make it through that deadly Streets phase.
Nope. And I mean, this was just beautiful. This is just beautiful. This is the best. This was the best result that they could have hoped for. So as I take a look at the brackets now,
they're gonna have to play Ad Friender Semper Resurrection now.
Yep.
That's another tough matchup going into their second round matchup. And hey, maybe we're seeing the start of a Cinderella story of Oblivion T6 here, Billy.
I think so. I mean, you're in the same bracket as the number 2 seed. So, I mean, why not? I mean, you're already playing with house money. You got picked by the number 5 seed. You beat them in 5 maps. So even if you do lose here to number 2, to the number 2 seed, you're still going to be one round ahead in the losers bracket. So, you know, you might be facing somebody that may not have deserved to be down there. You might be facing somebody that, you know, gets unfortunate, you know, another upset win. You never know how this is going to go down.
Definitely not. You definitely not. Like anyone says, any given Sunday, if you're a fan of American football, that's what this is right now. It's the playoffs. Anything can happen. And right now, that's something that just happened. Oblivion Tier 6 with the upset.
Well, that's it for right now. We've got a lot more games going on today. I know that you and I are coming back at 8:30 Eastern. For an NA. I believe it's a console matchup, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I'm taking a look to
NA Diamond. It looks
NA
like.
Diamond, and then I think we got more going on with. Let's see, we've got.
There's a chance. There's another one. We need obviously more people to sign up. Well, I'll send out a ping. Maybe we'll get another stream going for you. That would be DV Cat Commanders versus Legion. Legion would be an NAGM matchup at 8 p.m. EDT. But we'll get there when we get there. If we see it, you don't. If you do, great. That's perfect. But in the end. Again, Oblivion T6 with the upset victory, 3-2 over B2TG Bulls. This has been me, Joker's Ransom, him, Chef Billy, everyone in the production room, Boom, and Rhino. Thank you for making us look good and sounding good. And that is going to be it. Thank you all for watching, and wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful rest of your day.